Welcome back to the Texas Rundown. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, as always.
Cheers to the fans. Appreciate you guys tuning in.
Hate being the sober person on Sunday.
Give us a nice like. You didn't have to tell that. The way you act like you could be drunk all the time.
Oh my God. Your takes are pretty bad.
Well, that's why they call me your host, Danny Hot Takes.
Danny Hot Takes. You know, you're really coming into that one.
Danny Hot Takes. He's really embracing it.
I think it's a good one, yeah. To my left, we got John Pancake P. Seal. And then
JP's gone, so
JP doesn't exist.
John, I don't know what.
I'm John.
We had to do something with that P that he had before.
I mean, it's non-existent, so it makes sense.
Some like LinkedIn shit.
And to my right, we got Open Facts Ish. And again,
Mr. ESPN.
I won't go into it. He is not Mr. ESPN.
I am. You called me Mr. ESPN.
Bro,
You've called me Mr. ESPN before. I only spit facts, my friends. Only facts.
What is the villain for Spider-Man? The Black Spider-Man. Like the evil version of Spider-Man.
Are you talking about Venom?
Venom. Yeah, you are the Venom to ESPN. You're the dark side of ESPN.
I'm confused. That analogy went south.
No, I think it's very accurate. But anyways, we're going to be talking about... So as we're recording this, we just finished the first round of the draft. Going through the second round right now. So we wanted to get the takeaways from what we've seen in the second round and what we saw in the first round. So, JP, what do you got here?
I mean, this is a very interesting draft. I mean, honestly, like everybody, it takes an hour and a half to get through, 10 picks. So a lot of people, a lot of waiting. It's like NFL drafts a lot like watching paint dry.
Wait, whoa. You're telling me you don't love waiting an hour and a half to get through the top 10 picks?
Can I tell you how excited I was for the draft?
Oh, I mean, this is more exciting than most NBA games this year. Let's be real.
But oh my God, get the hell out of here.
It's better than watching the Rockets, I'll tell you that.
I mean, I don't know. Kevin Porter Jr. had the youngest player to have a 50-point and 10-assist game. But we'll talk about the Rockets another time.
That's what happens when you plays with nobody.
I mean, he played the Bucks and he had Drew Holiday on him and let him up.
Come on, guys. Come on.
But focus here back on the NFL draft. I mean, it was a super interesting draft. I mean, the first few picks were a little bit predictable. I mean, the Trey Lance pick by the Niners at 3. 3 was an interesting one. We thought Fields for a while had a lot of steam. I think
everybody thought Mac Jones.
And we thought Mac Jones was going to do, but it was all a big smoke screen, and Kyle Shanahan and them decided to go with Trey Lance. It's an interesting one. I mean, obviously, he played for a school that nobody watches. So, I mean, anyone who's saying, oh, yeah, I watched a lot in college, I don't think they watched the Missouri Valley Conference that he played in. Let's be real here. I don't think.
But those guys out of that school go early in the draft.
But yeah, no, I mean, he did really well. He's an interesting dual threat quarterback. Apparently, a lot of people said he had the highest football IQ of any of the quarterbacks in the draft. So I don't know if that's true or not.
I mean, the analysts will say anything.
Yeah, for sure.
We were just watching the second round, and they're like, "Oh my God, I'm on the edge of my seat. I can't wait to see who they pick at number 70."
You're right, exactly. So, I mean, it was interesting. Obviously, we saw the interesting trades that went down as well. I mean, really, the biggest story of the draft, I think we could all agree, was the Cowboys not being able to get Horn or Satan, which
I don't agree with that. I thought the biggest story.
Are you really going to bring this up? Did you see my video?
You know what? Can you please take this off, and can you take that hat off? Because apparently you're not a Dallas Cowboys fan anymore.
We'll get to that.
Apparently you're a Miami Dolphins fan. You flip-floppity pancake. Take his damn name.
I was a little drunk last night. I didn't mean all the words I said. But
if you want to see what he actually said, go back in our archive on the IGTV, YouTube, Facebook, or actually just IGTV. It was an Instagram rant. Go back in there and check out what he just said. But
so do you have a winner? Do you have a winner or loser on this?
I would say so. Interesting. So the Cowboys, obviously, they won the draft last year, getting Trayvon Diggs and CeeDee Lamb. The Cowboys were one of the biggest winners in the draft last year. This year, it's interesting. I mean, when I look at the Cowboys, Micah Parsons. It was kind of like, I'm going to give an analogy here. I feel like I'm going to do some Colin Cowherd shit. But an analogy here is, a kid's excited for Christmas. And, obviously there's a Lego set.
Don't we have to pay for it to use his name in the podcast?
You're a kid and you're excited about a certain Lego. So let's say like Lego Star Wars. You wanted that Millennium Falcon or something like that. And it's Christmas and you're very excited to open your gifts. And you're anticipating you get some Legos. But unfortunately, the Cowboys in this situation, they got some mega blocks for Christmas. And it's still the
Parsons got the best defensive player in the draft.
Whoa, hold on. You were just talking about Surtain.
What is in here?
You were just talking about Surtain.
You don't have to worry about
the best defensive players in the draft.
This is insane. So obviously,
I'm saying that out of bias, but Parsons is the best defensive player.
Okay, so you admit you're a liar.
I didn't say I was a liar. I said I'm biased.
The Cowboys got mega blocks for Christmas. Embrace it. Yes, you gotta go linebacker.
Y wing. It was like an AT-AT.
You got something.
But it was
you got something. It's a nice consolation prize, as Skip Bayless said. Like it's something. You know, it's not. It obviously did they strike out? No, but
so
Cowboys.
Skip Bayless, are you Colin Coward? Are you in the middle?
Oh, I mean, I'm a combination. I'm a hybrid, guys. But here's the thing: when you look at this Cowboys,
since the Houston Texans aren't doing that.
Oh, hey, the Texans just drafted a franchise quarterback with the 67th pick. Davis from Stanford is the future. I'm excited to see him and Tyrod Taylor battle out the QB job in the preseason. But back to the Cowboys.
I follow college football.
I thought you had a starting quarterback, JP. I thought it was Deshaun Watson.
He's experiencing a lot of legal issues, which will probably prevent him from playing for the Texans and maybe for the NFL ever again. But it's all good. Back to the elephant in the room here, the Cowboys. I mean, it's interesting they didn't get the corners they wanted. That was the big need for them. So I wouldn't say the Cowboys were losers by any means, but the Cowboys definitely weren't winners of the draft like they were last year. What are your general thoughts on this one as well, Denson?
You want to go first, or you want me to hit?
Here, let me just give my winners and losers real quick. I'll be fast on this one. You guys are absolutely wild if we're not going to talk about how Mac Jones didn't fall from top 10 to 15th, and the Patriots just got away with not having to trade up and getting an elite quarterback.
I know. I was half right. I was half right on that last time.
That was the winner of the draft, in my opinion. I mean, they really needed a new quarterback. We've talked about it. Cam is not doing. He's just not doing great, right? In my opinion, he's about to turn into a journeyman. He's gonna be there, help Matt get through it, and then he's gonna dip. He's gonna have to find another team because that's not his team anymore. He's not gonna be fighting for a QB1.
I mean, I don't think that they expect him to ever stick past this next year anyway.
I think everybody expected.
Cam was always a temporary fix. He was never the future of the Patriots. I mean, Bill knows what he has with Cam. Like we said last time, he's a washed-up quarterback trying to recapture some of his glory days, and that's what Cam Newton is, and that's okay. With his style of play and things like that, it doesn't age well.
It doesn't fit in the Patriots scheme.
Of course not. No, not at all. And they have some new targets.
And we saw what happens when Bill Belichick gets outside of his system. It doesn't go well.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see Mac Jones throwing some deep balls to Nelson Aguilar this next year.
I'm excited to watch it. We got our extra.
He's not day one starter though.
I can't.
No, it's gonna be like a half season type of
right for sure. It'll be a Tyrod Taylor sort of situation.
It'll be a Tua situation.
So I'm excited because our extra game this year that was just recently added is going to be the Patriots. So we're going to see Patriots in Week 17.
I get to see Mac Daddy here.
So then my
loser, come to Dallas, baby.
My loser, I'm going to be quick with it. Cincinnati at 5. Instead of going with an offensive lineman pick, they ended up picking Jamar Chase out of LSU. I think he's a great wide receiver, but it's not going to protect.
The LSU family reunion. We talked a lot about family reunions in the last segment.
There were a lot of.
There's been a lot of family reunions in this draft. I mean, but this was one where Burrow definitely handpicked his receiver.
He can handpick it, but apparently he doesn't give a crap about his leg or protect
his life.
It's like that picture of him sitting on the throne, and people are saying, "Oh, we have to get Jamar Chase. He's the best player that we can get." And it zooms in on his leg, and he has about a foot-long scar on his leg.
Exactly.
And so, I mean, at this point, the Cincinnati Bengals can't be good if your quarterback isn't alive to throw the ball.
And trust me, as a Texans fan, we knew the experiences with David Carr. It's like David Carr had a lot of tools, but unfortunately, when you get sacked 76 times in your rookie year, it kind of can throw your whole trajectory off, and you end up being a huge bust.
With that one, I'm going to throw it over to Danson. What you think?
Yep. So, winners. I agree with you with the Patriots getting Mac Jones at 15. That's a huge steal. I mean, he was almost top 3 and he drops to 15. But I'm not going to agree with you because, as you saw, Cowboys. The winner last night was the University of Alabama.
You flip-floppity fucking pancake.
Roll Tide.
Ew, flip-floppity pancake.
Tied the most first-round draft picks in a single draft with the U. When you had old Irvin coming out. But no, it was Alabama was definitely the winner. We are the only team since the draft started to have consecutive years with multiple wide receivers drafted in the first round.
This is why I didn't want to do this.
So, hey guys, I mean, if you watched the last segment, our pre-draft segment, I said that this was going to be all about the Tide.
Oh God!
And guess what? Roger Goodell agrees. The draft was all about the Tide.
Danson,
teams were fighting.
Do me a favor, please run for office because you'd make a great floppity pancake.
I don't think that's a flip flop.
See, my thing
I
is,
think
It is a
that's
flip flop. You stop being a Cowboys fan.
this is why I.
Let's go Fins.
It's
Fins
hard.
up,
It's hard
baby.
for me. It's hard for me.
I'm
to
still a
really
Cowboys
get my
fan.
Alabama, 'cause it's like,
Are you?
My thing is when you look at Bama, it's like, God, this team should never lose a game, and if they do, it's embarrassing. If you
Yeah,
watch
it is
the draft,
embarrassing.
It is. They shouldn't. They should literally win every single game. Why even have a college football season? Bama should win it every single year. Unfortunately, there's guys like Trevor Lawrence and Deshaun Watson who've been able to
Hey, we don't speak
down.
We don't speak
beat
those
down the
names.
tide.
We don't speak those names. In this, those are put
They
aside.
don't exist.
They don't exist. They don't exist.
But losers of the draft are the Denver Broncos because now they're my most hated team in the NFL.
It might not be losers. There's rumors going around that they might pick up Aaron Rodgers.
we'll see about that.
They're still losers.
I don't think
because
so.
of what they did to us with Surtain. I wanted Surtain and Diggs so bad.
And
I think all Cowboys fans wanted
the
Surtain and
Panthers
Diggs.
gave the Cowboys a gut punch too,
And
like any
it
Jason
created a chain effect, right?
I was about to say
so,
J.C. Horn went very high, which
the Panthers did kind of. They built the snowball. The Broncos pushed it down the hill. And then what happened? The Cowboys traded back. I think it's a good move, trading back 2 spots, get a 3rd-round pick.
Mm-hmm.
Great move, because we wouldn't have gotten anybody that we wanted on defense right there anyways. We still would have drafted Parsons at 10.
And we
were able to get a third round
Smith
pick.
and Jalen in Philly.
But
that's an interesting.
that's what I hate, and that's what the Broncos created. The Broncos created this disaster storm of me having to hate all my favorite college players in the NFL. So fuck the Broncos. I will never cheer for you. I hope that any Alabama fan burns Broncos jerseys.
you're hoping that Surtain
So the losers of the draft.
You hope Surtain does not do well.
I hope that the Broncos don't do well.
And honestly,
the same way that I don't want the
I didn't
Eagles
really
to
get
do
to.
well.
I guess
The same way I don't want the football team to do well.
I didn't really speak about my winners, but looking at the draft here as well, I think an under the radar move to everyone talked about Mac, landing in Little Bill's lap.
Hey, that was half of your guess.
You better rephrase that.
You're a halfway yourself.
My thing is, my big winner here was a team that never can seem to find the right franchise quarterback traded up, and the Chicago Bears got Justin Fields. I think he's going to be a great fit for the Bears. They have finally, hopefully, fingers crossed, knock on everything, they with their franchise quarterback, because obviously trading up for Mitchell Trubisky and picking him over Deshaun Watson and Mahomes was probably not the best move they've made, in recent memory.
Hey guys, do y'all remember
a pretty good move?
Y'all remember our debate about best NFL career on our last segment, the pre-draft segment?
Yeah.
Well, I think Mac Jones has even better chance.
So yeah, I'm gonna
Tom Brady Tom Brady
Mac Jones will have.
I'm gonna pat dance on the back here with Tom Brady like comparisons. Mac Jones and Tom Brady, they both have 3-letter first names, 5-letter last names. Coincidence? Illuminati? Some triangles?
They look like shit in their draft pictures. But anyways, guys, we're gonna wrap this up. Thanks for tuning in. Cheers to the rundown, guys.
Always.
Cheers.
Always.
Cheers. Cheers.
Oh, I'm glad yours didn't break from being so flip-floppity.
I don't even know what that means.
You're a pancake. You're a damn pancake.
Damn, I'm not gonna get a new name at this rate. Shit, Ish, come on.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry. He doesn't stick to his ideals.
You shut up so I can end the segment. Anyways, we're going to come back to you shortly with another segment. But thanks for tuning in. Like, comment, share.
For sure.
Have
Appreciate it. Roast the host. Support us.
Roll Tide.
Jesus Christ.